Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm reacting to Reconcile, Neti, not this, not that. Oh, I'm sorry, not this, not this, not this, not that. Or not this, not this. With ETET, everything is. So this was a request. The request, if you have a request, please leave it in the comments below. Please leave the name, the YouTube channel, and the link. That way I can search for it. I think if you do leave a link, there's a very high probability that it will be put for held for review and I won't ever see it. So it's just safer to just copy and paste the title and copy and paste the channel, and you can put in the length. That way I can find exactly the video. Anyways, we're going to get started. No CC.
How to reconcile the language of the paradox that is Advaita. We describe it as not the body, not the mind, not the intellect even. So we are the witness or the Atman of these sort of sheets. But on the other hand, Brahman is defined as everything else. So if
Here we go. Okay, so that's my argument right there.
that is also, if Brahman is also body, mind and intellect, and in Vedanta, Brahman is defined as Sat Chit Ananda, Satchit Ananda. So consciousness, existence and bliss. So how to reconcile all of this?
John,
Okay, this, in the last video I was saying, this is the proof that I want to make, is the fact that Brahman is everything, including the body, the mind, intellect, and Atman. So Atman and Brahman are the same. They're interchangeable. And the body, if you would say, then would be Atman as well. But I have a feeling maybe within Brahman itself there may be certain functions that work, but nonetheless is still Brahman. So everything is still Brahman, including the body, the mind, intellect, the emotions, the everything.
you are well versed in Hinduism, perhaps than almost all the viewers that we have got online at the moment. I'm very impressed with your knowledge. Now, you see, there are two ways you can progress spiritually. These are the two major ways of ancient Vedic tradition. One was called Neti, and the other was called Iti. Neti says, by saying, this is not me, discarding. The body is not me, the mind is not me, the ego is not me, this universe is not me. What I am something that is different from what this appearance is all about. This is Neti pathway. It suited a lot of people, but I tell you frankly, it doesn't suit me either. Because this appears like negation. Then the second aspect you see in the Vedic scriptures, and that is, if you like, what Vivekananda presents. And the idea is iti. Really, don't say Neti, run away from the world. Don't run away. Embrace the world fully. Iti. In reality, it's saying, we know that behind this appearance, what is behind this appearance is nothing but Brahman. So when I look at the appearance doesn't appear as appearance anymore. If you like, it is a projection of Brahman. So when I see the creation as a projection, in fact, the word Srishti in Sanskrit means projection. So see the word Srishti, that means creation, we say is projection. So when you see the universe, not to run away from saying Neti, but say iti. Oh, this is essentially the spirit, but I can't see it. It appears like, crass and jagged and, physical and mental and intellectual and moral. No. Underneath all this is the same thing. That is why you call Satchit Anand. The underpinning to this reality is of the nature of existence itself. So you can't deny existence. So it is, if you like, something very, for me, the path of iti is much more attractive. Neti means I close my eyes and, I'm not this, I'm not. Okay, boring is boring. Iti.
I want to say this. I have a feeling it's going to this. It's something I thought about as I was reading comments, and it's the fact that someone actually made a comment. There's three things. What was that? I think reality, the illusion, and then the mirage. I was trying to think of an examples that would make sense about Maya and Brahma for me. And the best example would be a mirage, but Swami J gave the illusion more so. So basically, Brahman being the true reality. The illusion for me was what Swami J was saying, whenever you see a snake, but in reality when you get closer it's like, oh, it's a rope. The thing about the illusion is the fact that it is still really there. An object is really there. It's just that you misinterpreted the object. So it's not that the object didn't exist. It actually exists. It's just your identification of it is wrong. Mirage is the one that I was thinking about, and I did end up reading someone's comment that they talked about the mirage. There's those three things, I believe, if I remember correctly. It was a very big paragraph. And the mirage makes more sense. A mirage is, well, hopefully everyone knows, but anyway, a mirage is like you're looking down the road and it's very hot. This is the typical explanation of a mirage, or very famously known or well known. It's the fact that you're looking down the road and you see like what looks like water puddles, like a pond or something. As you get closer, the pond just never gets close to you. It's just constantly going away. And it's only because of, but the pond's not actually there. So it's not a misinterpretation of an actual object. Is actually an object that was never there, but you thought it was there. Versus a rope, thinking a rope, snake is thinking the rope is a snake, as opposed to thinking there's a pond when in reality there is no pond. Kind of like in the Matrix. Only realize the reality there is no spoon. So the spoon would be a mirage, but the thing so he's holding it and other people can see it. So now that I think about that one, I think that's I would argue against that argument, because I don't think it's not, the spoon is not there. It's more along the lines that it is, I don't know, the Matrix works just differently. Let's not even get to that. But yes, so this is a real pen. This is an actual pen. I'm not misinterpreting this object. What am I getting at? So this really does exist. It's not, I don't mistake this as a snake, and it's not a mirage, but it's still Brahman. It is reality. It does exist. I see it here. This is, mind you, I'm not saying this is all of Brahman. This is part of Brahman, a part of the larger scale of all of Brahman. So this is not this isn't, how do I say this? This isn't only Brahman. This is part of Brahman. Much like this is a part of Brahman. This is a part of Brahman. This is a part of Brahman. All these are Brahmans, but it's not just this is only Brahman and these are not. So this, and making that argument for me would say that yes, everything is in fact Brahman, and if it's true, this pen is true as well. Which in my eyes, I would understand that a lot better, because this is a pen. You can see that this is a pen. Another person who would grab it and use it would see it as a pen. And I think I got my argument out there. That is my argument for that everything is Brahman. The illusion Maya, for me, I am saying all of this, and this is supposed to go in the comments, answering comments, but I'll go ahead and put it here just in case I forget. The Maya to me is not that this is false, that this is not Brahman, this is Brahman, but it is the misinterpretation of this. So this is an illusion, not a mirage. So the illusion is the fact that we think this is separate from everything else, but in or not Brahman. And the reality is it is Brahman, but it is still a pen. That's my argument. Everything is Brahman, nothing is actually Maya. Maya doesn't exist. Maya exists in terms of how we interpret things, not the fact that this is a false reality or this is false. My argument, so that's my argument so far. If you have any counters for it, let me hear it, because I do read the comments. I just can't answer all the comments. There's been a lot. I've been trying to read them all. Some of y'all are writing papers in the comments. And I do try to read it all, trust me on that one. I try. Okay, so get it. Yeah, let's go ahead and continue on. I say too much already.
I see all of this creation as if you like expression of Brahman. And actually you can do it. You say, but how can you be sure? Look, the only way you can truly reconcile this Neti, Iti, and Neti is to experience it. That's the only way. When I say that people run away from me, I say, but Mr. Lucky, I have not experienced, how can I carry on with you? I say, you can't carry on with me, but sorry. You have to touch base with it, and there are of course different pathways to be touched base with this idea of what is our true nature, what is the nature of this reality. Unless you experience it for yourself, you can never be sure, and you should not be sure. You must say, this is not clear to me, and you will be like a thorn on your side saying, no, I must sort this out. And only when you have this thorn, you want to pull the thorn out, you try and sort it out by actually experiencing this Brahman. And I'm telling you, my friend, if you get a glimpse of this Brahman, this world appears completely different. The same world doesn't appear like, kind of jagged and hurtful. everything appears like nothing but sweetness. This is true. It happens in the lives of great personalities.
I will say I've not experienced that. I probably have to do meditation, some type of meditation, to be able to experience that. I haven't done any of that yet. So far, I've been just trying to understand, I guess, the logical side of these, I think.
This is like the nearest you can get is look at the lives of great personalities who lived in this particular state of affairs. Then you feel some comfort. There is something there, and until you experience it for yourself, it will simply be that, just a little bit of a kind of a glimpse through another personality, through great personality. But you have not until touch base with it, you can never truly appreciate it.
Okay, well, that's the end of it anyway. Okay, so I said a lot of that I meant to hold it for answering comments. I will hopefully have to try to remember that for answering comments. I hope everyone watched it. Well, not everyone, but whoever wants to watch this. Hope the people who regularly comment watch this so they can get my point of view there, so I can hear some arguments against my point of view. So far, I think most people would agree a bit with what I say, but I'm sure there's some little things that I'm not understanding quite well, and may hopefully have some arguments against what I'm saying. So again, and trust me, the past few comments that I read, which was 12/7/2021, the date, sorry, December 7th, 2021, just make sure, I learned quite a bit more about Brahman. This is very interesting. I will say that. I need to double read them again now. Anyways, that is my reaction to Reconcile Neti. Not this with ET. Everything is. I am more with ET than Neti though. I will 100%. ET for me makes a lot more sense than Neti in terms of non-duality. Now, in terms of duality, which is my perspective, Neti makes more sense. But again, in terms of duality, understand, that's me, Neti, that's me. In terms of me thinking of non-duality, Eti makes perfect sense, not Neti. Anyways, that's my reaction to this. If you like my content, please consider subscribing, thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.